We're in Africa on a fantastic trip, and all of these things are...
We were getting ready to go out on a game drive, and I turned around to say something to Dwayne, and all of a sudden I couldn't speak.
It's not working quite right, one side of her face.
I looked in the mirror, and sure enough, one side of my face was off. It was paralyzed in such a way that my face looked really distorted. It was the most frightening thing I've ever experienced, just this, to sense that you're losing control of your body.
And a couple of fingers had been acting a little bit off.
Progressively, it got worse to where I could not button a shirt.
And she's actually crying. Wow. Thinking about it is tough. Part of it, because I can't hardly, in our whole life together, remember her cry.
You will never see this side of me. I'm a pretty strong person.
Memories are tough.
Would you welcome Joan Embery?
She's the same talking to Johnny Carson as she is talking to me or my mom. That's Joan. She's just Joan. It's so sincere.
Sit in her trunk. Ready? Trunk up. Trunk up.
We went to the hospital because we're heading out into the bush, and I want to be sure that everything's okay.
The hospital said that they thought it was Bell's palsy.
This is something I'm just going to have to live with. I can't do anything really about it. It'll go away in time.
Though we're concerned, we're not panicked.
Finished our safari, flew 30 hours home. I walked into the living room, and I lost my balance and fell.
By the time we get to the hospital, she can't hardly say her birthday.
We sent her for an MRI scan, and that confirmed the stroke. But the first episode was a warning sign, and then this was the actual stroke.
The longer the brain is without blood supply, the more brain cells die. And that's why our center is a designated stroke center, because we have processes in place to minimize the time from the presentation to treatment.
I'm the kind of person that if I'm not down on the ground, you know, you're not taking me to the emergency room. That might be good in certain situations, probably not so good in a stroke situation.
She's a highly motivated individual. She just wanted to when can I get back to work? Well, not yet, Joan. We got things to do first.
We know there are studies that say that those patients that come for rehab to specialized centers, they do better.
When I went to rehab, it was just like, how am I ever gonna get back up again? There were times I didn't think I would.
There we go. Good.
Good for my horseback riding.
Yeah, for getting stronger for the reins.
We try always to make a special connection with people. With Joan, obviously, she's a big animal lover, loves horses. I grew up in Scotland with horses and animals, and so, like, that was a big connection for us.
This is my ranch therapy. This is what I do every day with my horses when I tie them up and untie them.
We want to find something that motivates people, because if you're not motivated, it's hard to want to get better.
When I want to take the horse off the rack, then I pull this out.
We get to be able to help people. We get to see them be better. So for someone like Joan, she's going to come back and say, hey, I was riding a horse and I was doing jumps and I was back doing everything that I did. It's just a really good, satisfying feeling.
I have a lot of years in the saddle, so it shouldn't be too difficult. I just got to get my balance back, be back riding again. I want to do everything. I want to jump on my horse and go ride. I want to clean up my ranch. I want to drive my truck. I want to go out and give programs or go out and do TV shows or all the things that I do. They're all very demanding, and I can't do all of that right now. I'm not there yet. I'm still working on it.
When people have a stroke, it's not the end of the road. People will find a way to do the things they want to do. Can make it squeeze, like, break my knuckles? Without rehab services, break them. It's not going to look very pretty sometimes. It might be one-handed from here on out, or it might be a terrible limp. You've got a wooden soldier thing like this. Just we get them back to the way they used to be, more than just the way they've got to be.
Well, Dan says you're doing pretty good. You just have to keep at it.
All that good work paid off.
Nice spin, Embery.
I'm on my horse, so I'm a happy camper. Good boy. Happy again.
Begin your Sharp experience by choosing a doctor today.